I saw a crowd about 100 yards away, right? And I could hear somebody speaking off a megaphone, right? And this guy's speaking in English, but with a very, very heavy French accent. Oui, right? So my friend and I, we decided to check out what's happening. And as we were going, we're getting closer to the crowd as we're weaving through, we realized that there's a busker show happening, right? And it's a bunch of performers. And it wasn't difficult to figure out that they were hip-hop performers, right? So everyone was dressed in the traditional hip-hop garment, except for one of them who was dressed like a clown, minus the hair and the heavy makeup and all that stuff. In any case, the guy wearing the clown suit was saying, "Hello, my name is Pierre, and we're going to do a show for you guys." Okay, but before we do the show, I'd like to introduce my friend Richard, because he's going to talk about some grand rules with you. So, Richard comes up and says, "It's Richard, man," with an American accent. So Richard goes on to say, "Guys, check it out. We've got some ground rules to cover before we do the show with you. First up, if you see something you like, you cheer, you clap. You clap. If you see something you don't like, you clap regardless. If you see something amazing that just blows your mind, you no. You pay. Right? And Richard says, "Guys, this is our profession. This is what we do for a living. We need your support." And as Richard was saying this, Pierre comes back on with a 20-euro bill. This huge, doing this to the crowd. So they're actually sending a message. You pay us, but don't just put nickels and dimes in our hats. Put 20-euro bills, because that's what we're worth. That is our value. Alright? So, long story short, these guys were so entertaining, and girls as well, because it's a group of male and females. They were so entertaining, and they got the crowd so involved that people were putting 20-euro bills, 5-euro bills, 50-euro bills. They weren't just putting change in there. Guess what? These guys cleaned out that night. All because they used effective communication. Now, how do you use effective communication? How does this apply to you guys? A lot of you here are actually either dance instructors or dancers in training. I'd like to address the dance instructors first. Alright? When I'm on Facebook and I get these invites, I get like, "Yo, check it out. So-and-so is teaching at this establishment at this particular time. Please come out and support." Right? Surely, the words "please come out and support" are there, but the intention is lacking. The intention is not there. So let's clarify some things. What do we mean by "please come out and support"? You mean, dance instructors, essentially two things. First, come out for personal and moral support. Second, financial support. Right? And this message is also for the promoters out there. You gotta have these intentions. And one friction that constantly occurs between dance instructors and their friends are, "Hey man, since we're friends, I'm gonna take your class for free, right?" And dance instructors are like, sure. Why do they do to that? It's because they don't want to not feel bad. They would rather let their friend in to not feel bad. But let's be honest with ourselves, dance instructors. What happens? You feel bad anyway. You feel bad anyway. You know why that is? Because you're allowing your friends to take advantage of you. You are allowing your friends to take advantage of you. So, this message is not just for the dance instructors. It's for their friends who are taking advantage of their friends. And that ain't cool. If you're a real friend, why take advantage of another friend? Not right. Now, let's talk about the dancers in training and the friction they cause with their parents. Alright? I get a lot of these scenarios where young people will go up to their parents and say, hey, mom and dad, can I have $5 to take the subway? I gotta get downtown somewhere. Alright, here's $5. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna be taking a dance class, and that costs about $12 or $15. Can I have another $15? Now you're asking for $20. And then actually, it's like, oh, I'm gonna be hungry after the class. But what kind of parent would actually decline their kid saying, you know what, I'm going to be hungry? Of course, the parent's going to give money. But when they do not, this is what happens. Oh, my mom and dad don't support my dream. They don't support it. They won't give me the money that will make my dream a reality. You want their support? First and foremost, be aware. Young people in here, be aware of what your parents are actually doing for you. They've been supporting you from the moment you were born. They put a roof over your head. They put the food on the table. Respect that. Respect that. Appreciate that. Alright? Now, check it out. So what's the solution here? If you are able, get a job. If you are able, get a job and save your money. Don't just spend it on these things. Save it for your training, for your personal growth, and take your training more seriously. Right? Another excuse is, and this is the last one. Another excuse is, I'm too young to get a job. Yeah, just too young. Too young. I'm not allowed to work. Check it out. You can still create value by offering something to your parents. Let's say, hey, mom and dad, I'm going to wash the dishes for $5. I'm going to mow the lawn for $10. And guess what, Dad? I'm going to wash your car for $10. And you might also be mad at a lot of contestation as well. Your dad might say, $10 for a car wash? Then you can say, well, you pay me $10 now, or you can take your car to the super wash at Shell, pay $12.99. I'm saving you $3. And guess what? Guess what, Dad? The car doesn't have to leave the driveway, which means I'm saving you another $1 in gas. That's $4. One final thing, and Dad, you know what? Since the car doesn't have to leave the driveway, it means you don't have to drive it to Shell gas station. Check it out. You don't have to get off the couch. So now you don't have to miss your show. Is that value or is it not value? Of course your dad's going to say, okay, here's $10. Alright? Okay. That's the message I wanted to deliver and share with you guys for today. And now, to get back to the real essence of why we're all here, we're here to celebrate the youth. We're here to celebrate what they come up with, what they worked so hard on for the last few weeks. So y'all ready to start the show? Yeah!